I've dated
a Caucasian.
Caucasian American. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, this is taking a turn.
Hi, this is Sharna Barnes. I will be your host for Dating in the Shadows, and welcome again for all my lovely viewers. I appreciate you guys.
Yes, this is Julian. I am the ghost voice. I'm essentially this couch. So I am today's guest / co-host / questionnaire. Yes. You've been in America now for, I'm going to say 13 years.
Yeah, close enough. 2011. So yeah, you're right on.
Right. Did you come here looking for an American boy?
Oh, did I come here looking for an American boy? No, I actually came here because I was dating someone that was an American, and we actually met online.
What website?
I want to say it was like MySpace. Like way back. If you don't know what MySpace is, I understand you may be too young, right? So we met on MySpace. I've been communicating and everything, and I decided to apply for a visa to come to the U.S. to visit this particular person, of which I did. And this person was in California. So yeah, I moved or visit the U.S. in California in 2011.
Did he fly you out? Or you flew yourself
out?
No,
I flew myself out. Yeah. But yes, I did flew myself out to come to Cali because, I met this amazing person. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to meet for the first time and see what happens and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Okay. And this guy was he Jamaican as well? Or?
No, he was American, full-fledged American, never been to Jamaica.
So that was your first time?
He ever came out of the country before.
So that was your first time dealing with an American?
Yeah, I would say that was my first time dealing with an American, yes. Mm-hmm.
How would you rate that experience 1 out of 10?
Well, he eventually threw me out of the house, so I don't know. I don't know if I should be did anything. But yeah, I was thrown out with all my clothes and shoes, and granted, I was only been there for like 2 months, so I didn't have much, but still, my little one suitcase I came with,
not
thrown
a good experience. Not a good experience at all.
No.
Did you think it was like, at this time you were what, 23?
13 years ago? Let me do the math. No, I was 25.
You didn't think it was a little dangerous? Like meeting a guy on MySpace, like going to San Diego, like it's a little risky?
Well, I am a risky person. Like I believe great risk gives you great reward. And if you play your life safe a lot of times, then you'll never reach to another pinnacle. Like think about it. If I never took that risk, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be able to employ 400 people right now if I never took that risk. So yes, my friends always say like, Sharna's a big risk taker. Like I bank on myself. So as long as I'm somewhere in that equation and mix, it's going to work out. Many's call me delusional, but it's going to work out. Yep.
So that was your introduction to American men, and so
America in general. It's my first time ever coming to America. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So obviously the cultures here are big difference. When it comes to dating, right? What are some of the pros to dating American men versus dating a Caribbean man, Jamaican, Bahamian, Haitian, whatever?
Ooh, what
are some of the things that you prefer?
The food.
What?
Yeah, just the difference in food.
You're telling me an American man cooks better than a Caribbean man?
No, I'm not saying that. That's not what I said. You asked me what's the pros, and it's the difference in the food. I did not state that it's better. Okay, I don't want none of my Jamaicans come for me.
Yeah, I was about to come for you. You know, I'm Philip Bahamian. Like, that's crazy.
But yeah, no, I did not say it's better. I'm just saying that the difference, because you grew up with a certain taste, right? You from the Caribbean, you're used to that taste. That's all you know. There's no variety off. So the moment you leave the country, you get to experience a different type. Like even just how we fry chicken back in Jamaica compared to how like even someone from Louisiana, the South, fries a chicken, right? Or even we have something back home called callaloo, which is almost like collard greens here. I believe it's the same plant, but we cook it so different. Americans put like hog or like what it's called, the smoked pork or whatever it is that they put in it. Don't come for me. And I think it's really good. I love it. But we in Jamaica, we just kind of mix it up with tomatoes and onions and stuff like that. We don't add the meat to the collard greens. And you guys can do some good cornbread, like and the sweet tea is sweet. So just difference in food, I would say, just that culture difference and, experiencing that different taste bud, I would say is the difference in dating an American man.
So if that is the only pro, I guess there's just a lot of cons. Like, the food is the only pro. Like, as far as right, because the one of the bigger things, just knowing different cultures, right? Not even just Caribbean. You deal with African people. It's a similar thing of we're Caribbeans, Africans, people outside of the U.S. are kind of very blunt, very honest. People call us very, I don't know. I think they think like we're very assertive, more dominant natured. Whereas American people are a little on the softer side, a little on the sensitive side. What was that like? Because did you end up, once you moved here, obviously you had that first experience. Did you end up dating a lot of American men after that? Or did you kind of be like, no, I need to get back to my roots. I need to find me a good Jamaican man.
Surprisingly, I never dated a Jamaican.
What?
I swear.
How does that work?
This was not deliberate. It was just whoever was coming at me at the time. Like, it was not deliberate.
What? How did time out? You can't. We cannot skate past that. How did you grow up in Jamaica?
No. Well, I mean, coming to America.
Oh, I'm about to say.
Yeah, let me correct that. That's all I did in Jamaica. But yeah, let me correct that. Coming to America, I've never dated a Jamaican man in America. Like,
is that intentional, or you?
No, it just. I mean, I have friends, Jamaican male friends, but I just never came around to it. I don't know. Maybe I can peep their game. So, like the game can't work on me or something like that. I don't know. But I don't know why. It just never occurred. I don't know, maybe not interested. I don't know. But yeah. But one thing I must say for American, it's different. So you have the African American and you have the Caucasian American.
Whoa.
Like I've had two separate experiences there where, it's different. They have like different things that you have to deal with and different pros and different cons. But just wanted to
by Caucasian, you mean like Caucasus Mountain?
Yes, European Caucasian that came here. Like, I've dated
a Caucasian
American. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. Well, this is taking a turn. I don't want to ask why, but why?
I don't discriminate. For me, I don't discriminate. I'm a sapiosexual, so I am more attracted to the intellect, the mind. So I'll date someone for their, what their mind is. And that end up getting me problems sometimes because I'm like dating for the potential off. And then their reality just don't hit in sometimes. And then I'm like, I gotta go. But I don't discriminate as to race. I've dated an Asian before, so yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. I don't discriminate.
For a small period of time?
Well, we gotta put a time frame on there.
That's just asking.
I mean, we only got 13 years to work with, right?
That Asian didn't last long. Wow. Okay, so this is interesting.
Hi, friend.
Miss Barnes with a Caucasian man. I'm trying to be polite here, trying to make sure I word this correctly. How was that experience? When we talk about culture shock, right? Coming from Jamaica to America, obviously the guy you're dealing with was different from a Jamaican man.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, going to a Caucasian American, oh, they just live a different life. Like, what were some of the things in that relationship, both of those relationships, that were kind of like, oh, wow, like this is different? What were some of the things that shocked you when dating a Caucasian man?
That shocked me. So the Caucasian guy I was with, he wanted to fit in as a black man. For real. Even a lot of his friends were, black. And
of course.
And his daughter was from a black woman. So he, sweet girl, love her to death.
Did that make you feel comfortable?
It made me feel odd.
Really?
Just because it's like he was trying a little bit too much. And then it's like, you don't need to do that. Like, just be yourself with me. Like, I don't need you to be black. Like, I just need you to be you. And I felt like this was majority of our struggle in our relationship was, I'm like, you don't even sound like yourself. Like, you sound like you're putting on.
You say, hey, baby, you want a 10-piece, lemon pepper, mango habanero, your favorite? And you was like, why are you talking like that?
Exactly. I'm like, come on. Like, so I remember, it was so funny because I remember being at an event and I invited him and he was like, mixing around in the crowd and talking to different people. And like everybody that he spoke to, like you could see that initial, that was not what I was expecting coming out of your mouth. Like you would get the initial reaction with him because it's like you're not expecting him to try to be hood.
Oh, so he put on like a persona.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not even like that. Like I'm like the most I'll be is like, my Jamaican side would chip in a little bit, but I'm not even hood. So I don't need you to be something that I'm not even naturally attracted to.
Was that interesting? Because for you being a Jamaican woman, like there's a difference, right? I grew up with a lot of my friends are African, Jamaican, whatever, but they're first generation Americans, so they're not from the actual soil. Do you find oftentimes that dating, I wouldn't say is a struggle, but people try harder because you're Jamaican, like they maybe try to appease to your culture more? Like, do you kind of see that or not really?
I do. Because
I felt like if I was dating an Asian woman, for example, right, I might be like, oh, okay, well, let me try to think of some more things that
with soy sauce.
What? Wow, no. But my restaurant choices might be exactly. Maybe let's do some ramen, or I might start looking up some Japanese festivals if she's Japanese, So do you find that people are like kind of getting their Caribbean bag when they're with you, or?
I can see that. I can see where, they like, even if they had so I feel like Jamaica, no offense to any other Caribbean country, but Jamaica is so infused, right? And even in the US, in the UK, and a lot of European countries, Jamaica culture is so infused. It's the one culture or country that no matter where you go, you will find a Jamaican restaurant. Like no matter, I went to Dubai and saw a Jamaican restaurant. So no matter where you go, it's like, or if it's not a Jamaican restaurant, it's a jerk something.
Yeah.
Like jerk, I don't know, octopus. And we're like, shit, we don't even jerk no octopus. But just...
You were at Chateau Lawn, you had jerk chicken nachos?
Yeah, right?
It didn't even taste like jerk at all?
So it's just like, and I try not to go for anything that says that because I'm like, I'm gonna be too much of a skeptic to talk about it. But since the one thing what I'll find is like people who are not from the islands that I date, if they only liked, like, let's say for Jamaica, they only liked the jerk chicken, then they'll be like, oh, let's try, I don't know, goat. I don't know what animal that is, but let's try him. But they're more open and susceptible to adding on something else because they know I'm from Jamaica. Or they'll be like, okay, if I cook, they'll be like, oh, okay, I'll try this. Oh, it's ox. Like just different thought process in it and stuff. I remember making cow foot for the Caucasian guy I dated. And he was like, I didn't even know they eat the foot of the cow. So he was just like, that's like all bone. Like, what do we do with this? So yeah, that's what I find. Like people are
Cowfoot.
More. Yeah, you never had cowfoot?
Never had cowfoot.
What? You're from the islands? Oh, I'll take away your island card.
I'm sorry. Like the
Haitians
feet,
eat cowfoot.
but the feet bothers me. Like chicken feet bothers me.
Yeah, I mean I don't like chicken foot either. It looks, yeah. Don't put it in a cut. Like we put it in soup, and I'm like, I don't want to see it floating around. Like no.
The cow tongue is tough for me because when I look at it, it looks like a tongue, and I'm like, oh, I'm literally eating the tongue. Like
it's good though. Very
it is good.
Meat.
It's very good, but yeah. Okay. So yeah, they get a little bit into their bag with you, but it sounds like to me, honestly, like I came into this thinking like, okay, the experience like is going to be vastly different from dating somebody from the American culture versus the Jamaican culture. But from what I'm hearing, it doesn't sound like the experiences are much different, right or wrong?
I would say it's not much different. It's more on the individual that you've found. So
that's true.
I have dated like African American that I guess the only main difference that stand out for me, I realize, is that in America, there's a lot of support. There's a lot of support with the government, from social economic programs, whether that is like EBT or Section 8 or Section 7 or the Hub or, just different governmental programs that assist community, just assist residents.
Right.
And I realized because of that, which I love, don't get me wrong, I love that. But I feel like because of that, there's always this notion in the back of an American mind that it's there. Some Americans may go through their entire life and never tapped into assistance from the government, but
it's like a safety net.
Exactly.
Like if I fall on my that's actually true because I remember hearing somebody say this. I remember hearing an adult say when I was 14. They had just lost their job, and I mean, apparently they hated their job, so they were kind of waiting, right? And I said, hey, how are you gonna get paid now? They said, oh, I'll just get unemployment.
Yeah.
And this was a grown man thinking like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, like I just never even heard that before.
Exactly. Exactly. And perfect example, the unemployment. So I feel like because of that pre-notion in the back of their heads, they have a sense more of relaxation and not push so hard to get what they want or fight, like have a fire spirit. And for me and, a lot of Caribbean countries, we don't have that. Our government don't have no program that going to help you get somewhere to live or going to help you pay your rent. Cause it's like rental assistance here. If you're down you're down through your job, there's no food that you're going to get.
So
there's no unemployment. Are really
men over there. Like there is no safety net.
No, there's
so they
none.
Really have to.
You gotta hustle. Like it's a constant 24/7 hustle or even, you will stick into a job that is horrible. And while you find another job, because you leave, there's no unemployment. You may get the last 2 weeks paycheck that you do because you work there. But after that, it's done. Like, your kids looking at you. There's no kids assistant. You got to pay for your children to go to school. So because of that, like, we are grown to always fight. We are grown to there's no slow time for us. There's no better time than the now for us. So especially when Caribbean people come to America, you'll find that a lot of us, even Africans, will get success quicker.
For sure. Than
ones that are here. And it's not that, we're coming to take over a job. It's just we're coming with the mindset for us that America is an opportunity to better our family back home.
We want to thank you all for tuning in to episode 1 of Dating in the Shadows. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SoundCloud for audio versions when you're driving, cooking, or just chilling at the house and don't want to watch the visuals. Make sure to stay up to date weekly, every Tuesday for new episodes, 12 p.m. sharp. See you next time.